I want you to think about your worst trading decision. Not your biggest loss, your worst decision. The trade you knew you shouldn't have taken. The one where something inside you quietly whispered, "Don't do it." But you clicked the buy button anyway. Or maybe it was the trade you refused to close. You watched the loss grow. You knew exactly what your trading plan said, but you ignored it. Later that day, you weren't angry at the market. You were angry at yourself. Because deep down, you knew the market didn't make that decision. Your emotions did. Here's the truth that changed my trading forever. The market rarely forces us to make bad decisions. Our emotions do. Fear, greed, hope, frustration, impatience, overconfidence. None of them appear suddenly. They quietly influence every decision we make until we mistake emotion for logic. That's why two traders can look at the exact same chart and make completely different decisions. One sees opportunity, the other sees danger. The chart didn't change, their emotional state did. Today, we're going to explore how emotions quietly control your trading, why they feel so convincing, and how to stop making emotional decisions before they become expensive ones. Because the greatest battle in trading isn't on the chart, it's in your mind. One of the biggest misconceptions in trading is believing emotional decisions feel emotional. They don't. They feel completely logical. Think about the last time you chased a trade. Price had already moved. Your setup was gone. Your plan told you to wait. Yet somehow your brain convinced you there was still an opportunity. You weren't thinking, "I'm being emotional." You were thinking, "If I don't enter now, I'll miss the move." That felt logical. When you moved your stop loss, it felt logical. When you doubled your position after a loss, it felt logical. When you entered one more trade to recover the day, it felt logical. Emotion disguises itself as reason. That's what makes it dangerous. I've learned that the most expensive decisions in trading rarely happen because we lack knowledge. They happen because our emotions temporarily become more convincing than our rules. The next time you feel an overwhelming urge to act immediately, pause for 30 seconds and ask yourself, would I make this same decision if I felt completely calm? That one question has saved me from countless bad trades, because emotional urgency is often a warning sign, not an opportunity. Fear changes the way you see the market. Fear doesn't just affect your decisions, it changes your perception. After a few losing trades, every setup starts looking risky. You hesitate, you second-guess yourself. You wait for more confirmation, then more confirmation. Eventually, the trade leaves without you. Minutes later, you're watching price move exactly where you expected. Now, frustration replaces fear. And frustration often pushes you into chasing the next trade. Have you noticed how one emotion creates another? Fear becomes hesitation. Hesitation becomes regret. Regret becomes impatience. Impatience becomes another mistake. It's a cycle. Professional traders break this cycle by trusting their process, not their emotions. Because emotions change every day, a trading plan doesn't. Your best trades usually feel boring. This lesson surprised me. The trades that made me the most money rarely felt exciting. They felt ordinary. The setup matched my plan. Risk was predefined. The entry was patient. Everything felt calm. The trades that destroyed my account felt completely different. My heart was racing. I couldn't stop watching the chart. I kept checking my phone. I kept hoping. I kept worrying. Looking back, I realized something. Excitement is rarely a sign of a great trade. It's often a sign that too much emotion is involved. The more emotional I became, the worse my decisions became. Today, I actually like boring trades because boring usually means disciplined, and disciplined usually means profitable over the long run. The goal isn't to remove emotion. Many traders believe successful traders don't feel emotions. That's not true. Professionals still feel fear. They still feel disappointment. They still feel excitement. The difference is, they don't allow emotions to make decisions. Think of emotions as passengers in a car. They're allowed to come along for the journey. They just aren't allowed to drive. That's the mindset that changed everything for me. I stopped fighting my emotions. Instead, I learned to recognize them. When I noticed fear, I slowed down. When I noticed greed, I reduced risk. When I noticed frustration, I stepped away from the charts. Awareness became my greatest edge. You don't need to eliminate emotions. You need to stop giving them control. If there's one thing I want you to remember after watching this video, it's this. Every trade begins in the mind before it ever appears on the chart. Your strategy matters. Your risk management matters. But neither will protect you if your emotions are making the decisions. The market doesn't reward intelligence alone. It rewards emotional discipline. The day you stop reacting emotionally and start responding intentionally is the day your trading begins to change. If this video helped you see your own trading differently, take a second to like the video. Subscribe if you're committed to mastering trading psychology. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. In the next video, we'll explore another struggle that every trader faces. Why you need discipline. We'll uncover why traders feel compelled to enter after a move has already happened, how FOMO silently influences decision-making, and what disciplined traders do differently to stay patient while everyone else chases price. Until then, master your mind, master the market.